Hello everyone, Julia here, hello from Sweden and welcome to a new video. And in this video, as promised, I will show you all my finished journals of 2023, and I have no idea how exactly this happened, but as it turned out, I finished 33 journals in 2023. It's 10 journals more than last year. I thought that it will be less because it seemed like I actually didn't finish that many journals, but when I started to count, I came up with this crazy number of 33 journals, and I will show you all these journals together in this video. You already saw in the beginning that huge stack of journals. That's all the journals together. I won't even try to put them all like here on my desk because they won't fit, it's just way too many. So I put them into categories and I will show them by the category, and I won't show each journal in detail, like a flip through of every single journal, because I have flip-throughs of most of these journals on my YouTube channel already, and they are all in a playlist called Journals Flip-Through, and I will leave a link to that playlist in the description box, so in case if you are interested in some of these journals and would like to see them in detail, you can go to that playlist and check them out. But I won't show a detailed flip-through of each journal because it will take forever. If I will do that, I just will quickly show all these different categories, and I hope that this video will be interesting for you and maybe will give you an idea for a journal. And I also will tell you what worked for me and what not, and what kind of journals were new for me in 2023 that I've tried for the first time, and if they worked out for me or not, and if I will continue with it. And then later this month there also will be a video with my journals and planners lineup for 2024, where I will show all my journals for this year. Let's start with the two biggest categories, and one of them, the first one, is travel journals. So all this that you see here, these are my travel journals of 2023, and I already said many times, I think, that I really love travel journals, and I think it's probably one of my favorite journals ever, because they keep the most special, the best memories usually of all the trips and some traveling adventures. So that's why I like travel journals, and I always try to make them as detailed as possible, that in a few years I can flip through and kind of like relive those travel memories. I print a lot of photos and include many different things, and I journal about all my trips in detail, so that's why I have so many journals. And actually 2023 was kind of a good year in terms of traveling. I had quite a few different trips, like some shorter and longer ones, so I will show my travel journal lineup for 2024 sometime later this year, but I think it mainly will stay the same. So I use this Travelers Company inserts in regular size as my main travel journal, and I use this mainly for longer trips, for at least a few days trips, because this kind of inserts give me more space to write and also more space for including photos and ephemera. So this is my main kind of travel journal, and I finished 3 of this. These are 3 travel journals with some longer trips that I had in 2023. Plus, this year I had 2 new additions to my travel journal lineup. First is this accordion accordion fold paper insert from Travelers Company. Basically it's an insert that unfolds like this, and this year it was the first time when I used this kind of insert. Never tried it before. So this was the first one that I made in summer about my trip to Gothenburg in summer to two Metallica concerts, and this is second one also about trip to Gothenburg but in winter. And I really liked this accordion inserts, so I think this year I'm also going to use them. And I also added passport size inserts to my travel journal lineup this year for short trips. Mostly it's for one-day trips, but sometimes I also journaled about some longer trips in this passport size inserts, and for a really long time I thought that this kind of inserts will be too small for me, that it's not enough space, but it turned out that it works great, especially for some shorter trips. For one-day trips I still can include many photos and ephemera, and of course I don't have to limit myself and I kind of use only one spread for a trip. I can use as many as I want to, and usually if it's a one-day trip it's not just one spread like this, but a few, like 3, 4, sometimes even more, depending on the trip. So I also finished 3 of this passport size inserts this year, and these are all my travel journals of 2023, so it's 8 travel journals in total. Then the second biggest category is my daily journals, and I started with this sometime in 2022. Basically, the main idea was to start to concentrate more on some small positive daily things, like just some kind of small daily moments, and write them down. And I finished already quite many of different daily journals, like different sizes, different formats, and I continue to do it in 2024. And I think it's really fun. I really like this kind of journals. I like to include some daily ephemera in these journals. So in 2023 I finished 5 of this regular size inserts. Some of them are standard inserts from Travelers Company. I think a few of them, like this is just this is like a short trip insert, I think, and there is one regular one, but I also have a few just from different shops, and they are a bit smaller. They have less pages, like for example these ones. They have not as many pages as Travelers Company insert. So I finished this 5 in regular size, and I have flip-throughs of all of this, I think, on my YouTube channel, so I will leave a link to the playlist where you can see what's inside these journals. But basically these journals, it's a collection of small good moments of each day, some inspiring quotes that I saved and wanted to write down, some daily reminders for myself, some photos, and also daily ephemera, some things from Happy Mail or orders and stuff like that. So 5 in regular size, 1 passport size from Travelers Company, and also 2 of this I think it's about A6 size notebooks from different shops. I like to switch from sometimes to different size and format, and I think this I mainly used in summer because I didn't have that much time in summer for journaling, and in summer I tend to use smaller size usually, and in winter bigger ones. So yeah, these are daily journals, and I also finished 8 different daily journals this year. So as you can see, the main part of my journals, that's my travel and daily journals. That's already 16 journals together, and all the rest I will show you now. So another category, it's different kind of media journals, I would call them. Book media journals, music journals, and stuff like that. So these two are my book journals, 2 inserts, one from January to June, with all the books that I read in 2023, and another one from July to December. I read quite a lot, so this one insert wasn't enough. I have 2 of this. I also have flip throughs of these journals on my YouTube channel. I think this one I filmed but didn't upload yet, but I will upload it soon. So these 2 are my book journals. Then I also had a media journal this year with movies and TV series that I watched. And in the beginning of the year I really liked this journal, but then at some point I noticed that it's getting too much, and I also didn't watch many movies or series in summer, for example. I hardly watched anything, and yeah, in the end I finished this journal after all, but I won't continue with this kind of journaling in 2024. If I want to journal about some movies or TV series that I liked, I rather will include that in my daily journal, and I decided that I don't need a separate journal for movies and series. But it was fun to try it out. It was the first time that I had media journal, like a dedicated media journal with movies and TV shows, and it was fun to try it out, but it turned out that it's not really my thing. So this journal will go on the shelf, but I won't continue with it. And then I also had a stationery journal. It's like not really a media journal, but I will show it here in this category, where I was trying to track all the things that I bought for myself, all the orders that I got, and also some happy mails from friends and stuff like that, some gifts, and just was trying out the things that I got in this journal, and also put here some packaging from those orders and thank you cards and stuff like that. And I did this for about half a year, like first half of 2023, but then I also noticed that it's getting a bit too much to keep up with this, and I also can do it in my daily journal. So now basically I do this kind of journaling in my daily journal. If I got a happy mail or some interesting stationery order, I would include it in my daily journal, and also will include there some packaging and try out some things in my daily journal. Yeah, and it was also the first time that I tried this, and it was fun to try it out, but looking back it was just a bit too much to keep up with it. So I also won't continue with this in 2024, but I finished this journal, used it for about half a year. And the last 2 in this category, that's my music journals, music and concert journals. This one I had since 2022. I started this in 2022 and finished in 2023, and this is basically a little journal with everything music related, like concerts that I went to, festivals. I printed some photos from those concerts and festivals, and also I included here sometimes some new albums of my favorite bands that I really liked, like printed out an album cover and journaled about it, or just about some songs that I was listening on repeat. And yeah, I finished this journal in I think sometime in summer this year, so it's like half of 2022 or some part of 2022 and part of 23. And this one is basically the same, just on a bigger scale. This one is 2023 only, so this one is basically in like a little album with all the concerts and festivals that I've been to in 2023. And music and going to concerts and festivals is one of the very important things in my life and one of my big hobbies, so I like to keep memories about those concerts and festivals separately, like all together in one journal. Also to print out tickets and some photos that I took during the concert. So this is basically a year of concert and festival memories in this little album, and I already started something similar for next year or for this year. Then I also have a few journals with collages only. I really like to make collages, and I always have a few different journals just for collages, and this year I finished 4. This 2 in A5 size. I also have a flip throughs of these journals. This one is more like a nature and animals journal with different animal and nature collages, and this one is also mainly nature, but also with girls and some stationery related collages. I also included here some packaging from orders that I got and some thank you cards and stuff like that. So this is and these are journals with collages, and also 2 in the smaller size, one of this self-made journals with different collages. This is like about A6 size and passport size with small collages with also mainly nature and animals, because these are some of my favorite collages to make. So 4 journals with collages. And then I think I also can include here this December daily journal from 2023. This is the last journal that I finished in 2023, and I also will upload a full flip through of this journal very soon. I think next week, in the beginning of the week, I will upload a flip through of this journal. I already filmed it, just still have to upload it on my YouTube channel, so I will show this journal in detail. And then I also finished my junk journal this year. I was using this journal for a few years. I started it, I think, even in 2021 or in 22 sometime, and this year I finished it, this kind of big sized junk journal. Also have a flip through of this journal, so in case if you want to see what's inside, you can find the flip through of it in that playlist. And the last few journals that I want to show you, these are like mostly planners and weekly recap journals. So this was my main planner this year. This is Hobonichi planner, Hobonichi A6 planner that I was using this year, and yeah, I really liked it. It worked really well for me. I won't be showing a flip through of this because it's not really interesting, and there is also some personal information in this planner, so I won't show a flip through. I hardly decorated it, just sometimes added some stickers here and there. But I really liked it, I liked the size of it, and I will be using the same one this year, or I'm already using the same one in 2024. Then I also had this monthly personal planner, basically with some monthly overview of different events and some personal things, like some appointments, concerts, trips, birthdays and stuff like that. So this was my monthly personal planner, and in the second half of 2023, that was the only personal planner that I used. I started to write down all the personal plans also in my main work planner in here. And in the first half of 2023, I had this one as well as my weekly personal planner. I decorated every week in this planner and also wrote down some personal plans here, some things that I want to do during the day, like not work related, but at some point I noticed that it's kind of annoying to have that separated, to have this two planners, and I started to use this one for everything as my main planner. And in the second half of the year, I used this weekly insert more like my recap journal, like weekly recap journal, where I just wrote down some things that I did during the day, just few the most memorable things about each day, some good moments of each day and stuff like that. Basically something similar like in my daily journal, but just in shorter form. And I also tried to write different things in those journals. But I really like to have this weekly overview of the things that I did during the week, about most memorable things of the week. And I also still decorated my weekly journal, of course, because I really like to decorate my journals. I like to add many stickers and some cute things, so I really like how this turned out. It's very colorful and fun, and I think I will continue with this in 2024 as well. And this one is very similar, but this is more like work related, like weekly recap, but work related. And I also have some personal things, some personal information in this journal, so I won't show a flip through it because of this personal things. But I did something very similar, like here I also decorated it a little bit and added some stickers and basically wrote down what I did during the week, but mainly work related, like some things that worked out, some things that didn't work and stuff like that. So it's kind of like an overview, and it was very useful especially looking back to see then what worked, what didn't really work, and to see that kind of like a recap of the things that I did. And I think I will try to do something similar this year as well, but maybe in a bit shorter form, because here I actually wrote quite a lot, but maybe this year I will try to make it a bit shorter and faster. But anyway, this kind of journal was really useful, and I used this weekly insert from Traveler's Company. So I shortly wrote here some things that I did during the day, and here it was mostly like a recap of the whole week, or sometimes I just decorated it with some stickers. Yeah, but I think that's all the journals that I wanted to show you. This all my finished journals of 2023. It turned out to be a lot. It's way more than I thought. Like, I didn't really count them pretty much until this video, when I started to put all them together. And when I counted, it turned out that it's 33 different journals. But yeah, as you can see, the biggest part of it's my travel journals and daily journals. I finished quite many of those, so those are like the biggest part. Let's see how many it will be next year. And looking back, I'm really happy how all this went. I'm really happy with my journals, and I can't say actually that I spent that much time journaling. It's not like I just sit at home and only journal and do nothing else. I also traveled a lot this year and also read many books and did different things. So considering that fact, I think it's quite a lot also that in terms of journals that I finished. So I'm really happy about it, and also you should keep in mind that this is not only my hobby, but it's also related to my work. So many of the things that I do in my journals are also, it's also my working time. Like for example, I make collages with new stickers that I make for my shop, and it's also my working time in a way, and like also decorating some of these journals using the stickers that I make, that's also working time. So of course then I have more journals because I do this, I do a lot in my working time. Yeah, but I think this video probably will be really long anyway. I tried to keep it as short as possible and not to show every single journal in detail, but still I think this video will be quite long. So thank you if you made until the end, until this point. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope it was interesting and maybe you found some interesting ideas for you, for some journals that maybe you would like to try out and start this year. And soon I will show you my lineup for 2024, and also still some of the flip-throughs of the journals from this video that I didn't upload yet, like my book journal and December daily journal. I also will upload them in the next few weeks. Thank you so much for watching as always, and see you in my next videos. Bye!